And we're back, folks. We're here for map number 2, and Nouns have been able to take Ancient with a 16-12 scoreline, moving things over now to Overpass, and this is the pick for them. We'll have to see if they can get the job done with the 2-0, but in the meantime, it's going to be Laz and Pound to bring you through it.
It's not going to be pretty, Laz. I'll tell you that much. In the last month of play, Nouns has played this map nearly 6 or 7 times, and they've only lost it once to Bestia at the RMRs. Just a quick little stat there. And as far as BHOP are concerned, they've played this map 4 times in the last 12 months, and they're 1-4 on this map, or 1-3 numbers. But it is not going to get very pretty here on map number 2 if the stats are to tell the truth here.
Yeah, it's been some time too, even for BHOP. I mean, for them to play on this map. So again, not the best situation for them, but you never know, things can happen. But okay, yeah, all right. There's Cynic. Nice little drive-by, gets it done. And this is where it makes me wonder too, Paladin. I mean, the fact that, you know, they've taken that map 1, maybe they're going to be overconfident in this. Maybe they're going to feel really good. And yeah, I'm starting to think so. Cynic with 2. The utility still here for the CT side, and okay, never mind. It's all just going downhill, and there we go. It's a pistol.
They had the opportunity there. I mean, the smoke goes down into garbage. It forces the players in bank to kind of swing there, and they've got flashes at the ready, but the positions in which Nouns were playing were completely anti to those to counter those flashes, and you could see how easy it was for Nouns to counteract that once the bomb went down. So BHOP actually opt in for a force buy here. Deagles across the board and drew on a scout. So not the prettiest force buy here for BHOP, but talk about things getting ugly real quick. Nouns get that hot start and continue that momentum that they built on their T-half and Ancient as well. So it's going to get real hot under the collar here for the CTs as we start off Overpass here.
Yeah, this is a lot of pressure, though. I mean, again, for the scout, I mean, this is a decent investment, but the Deeg's kind of complementing it too with the armor. A lot of money being spent here. Cynic actually doesn't clear that corner. A little bit of a hiccup, but there we go. B-Wills. Oh, he makes it look so easy. Oh man, 1, 2, 3. They go down like trees, and second should be gained here. Farrell's going to get caught.
Oh my god.
Nonetheless with a map 10. Okay. Oh, this might be one of those maps here, Paladin.
It might as well be. And now we're on that complete save for BHOP, so 3-0 start should be written in the books for Nouns. And as we look towards the future, we've got to kind of take stock of what BHOP has to offer, right? And the last time they've played this was March 19th at the St. Louis land that we had. They lost 7 a.m., who are now an advanced team, a middle-of-the-pack advanced team. They lost 16-14 there. And so other than that, they have not played this year. I mean, the last time they played it before that was in October of the last year. So they're going to have these are the kind of issues that come with playing in ECL. I mean, map pools are much wider, and you're going to be tested just a little bit more, you know, and you can't rely on your map picks all too often. And for that reason, BHOP are left in quite a stranded position. They're forced to win their map pick of Ancient. They can't even really have a say here if they don't have that much tape in advanced, let alone in ECL, right? So it's going to be quite the task here for BHOP to overcome. And I'm painting this ugly of a picture because if the upset does come through from BHOP, we've really got to contextualize it and say this is how big of a win it is. And if not, we kind of knew what to expect. Now let's kind of take care of business.
Yeah, don't think I could have said that better myself. I mean, that's a really good point, right? Because again, like for BHOP, like this is a different team that got picked up from BHOP, so a team that's been in advance for about 3 seasons, and then they finally getting themselves back here back into contention for the BHOP and ECL contention. So this is it, right? This is a different caliber. We talk about this a lot. And like we said, I mean, unfortunately for them, their first debut as a team is against a team like Nouns, and Not something you want as a young, hungry team, but I mean, this is where they can prove a lot. And I mean, that's kind of the benefit for them too, right? Is like they really don't have anything to lose in this kind of a situation.
And now you can definitely experiment. We saw how they were trying to experiment with a bit of aggression on Ancient with that kind of lane pressure, but this time around, Cynic tries to get a little fancy with it. A little flash from B-Wills, tries to blind up Gonzo, but I think he triangulated his position just before it popped and takes down Cynic early. Spam comes through, Gonzo down to 56, but regardless, even with this map control of short being taken from Nouns, they're not able to do anything with this. They're gonna just pounce in. Great little flash there from I don't actually know who, but regardless, they've traded in. They've got a 3v3, only single player on the site in Penguin, but down to 34 HP gets traded out for Marky. So a chance here for Nouns to continue this lead.
Oh, that flash is so big too, because you can even see Drew. He's just kind of waiting for it. Both him and Andrew are together. Carson does have a lot of utility though, so that smoke should be able to block off the vision here.
Ooh, nade.
That could be good. Does quite a bit of damage, so it definitely softens them up a little bit. Like I said, he's just dispensing this utility belt right now. And right now you can see the op just kind of playing on top of Heaven. Carson's still waiting things out. He's able to isolate that duel. Carson with 2 more. There we go. And it's a 4-0 still here for Nouns.
I mean, that was just a masterful clutch there. I thought Nouns, or Carson rather, would just capitulate there, jumping up. But the flick up onto Andrew in Heaven was immediate, instantaneous. And I think he had caught wind of the drop down from Drew. But still, managing that spray control there, getting it done, keeping the clean sheet alive, that's just so nice for Nouns. And now, with that confidence, they're just going to barrel their way into short side. Try to take this B control again. They've realized how weak this side of the map is. And as long as they can just trade their way through, they should be okay.
Yeah, it definitely makes a big difference too. I mean, that momentum and, you know, that confidence can definitely get a little bit more shaky, but it's good damage being exchanged from both these teams. But the fact that Cynic's able to just dry peek this like that, and he's almost able to find triple kill there. There we go. It's just it's a big old cleanup. I thought Drew would have been a little bit quicker for this flank, but a little bit of hesitation, and they should know where he is. Have a pretty good idea of this. This should be a guaranteed 5. Unless Drew can pull something up absolutely massive, but he will not. And there we go. Funds are back in the bank here. Do we see the op come back into play here for Andrew, Paladin?
I think it's a must at this point, and great timeout call here from BHOP. I really like this. This is, I mean, they understand the kind of gravitas of what's happening right now. They know that Nouns have all the momentum in their favor. They can just completely run over you with these hits that they have, and so you try to stop everything for just a little while. I mean, these 30-second timeouts can do a world of difference for the mental of a team down 5-0. And with the buy in the tank as well, they can talk over a game plan if they want something set off the rip and try to put Andrew in a bit more of an aggressive position. He's got a decent enough spawn to maybe take that fountain peak. But yeah, I do really like that tack being called there. You don't see that all too much at ECL, even in ECL level competition, where people just don't use their tack timeouts even when they're down this much. You know, they wait till the bleeding is too fast, and that's when they decide to pull the trigger. But it's nice to see them try to get activated instantly. Look at this, Andrew pushed into long. And he actually beats the flash, but can't do enough for a multi-frag. Carson gets the trade. So they've got long control, and they've got connector control as well. So now I'm sitting pretty even in this 4v4.
Yeah, tough position though for Drew. I mean, he's kind of on the long side here of Washroom, so he has to go for this fight. He actually does make a good connection against Carson, but now you can see he's stuck in a bit of a hard place. You can see that it's going to be Marky that's close on by. I might be able to isolate him so they know exactly where he is. Gonzo does take down CJ's kind of lurking things out. Bomb finally gets picked up here from Nouns. They're being oh so quiet right now. Marky might be able to get gifted this one if Drew doesn't expect this. Bit of a read, but oh, that timing! Oh no. Okay.
Now 35 seconds left up in this. Cynic looking for any sort of aggression from the CTs, but nothing is being gifted over. Very collected here from the CTs. They're going to have to earn these frags, Nouns. As they continue to scale, they've got a lot of utility, but not enough time to deploy it all. They're going to have to go straight into this map player. Drew got some backs turn, but he can't finish his meal.
And Carson just actually goes for the fake plant. Tries to switch things over for the op. Not able to, but man, I thought that was going to be the end there for BHOP just for that split second. You can hear the chamber just clicking. There's no more ammo in there. I thought that might have just given Nouns enough time. But BHOP do have a good crossfire. They finally pick up themselves a first round, and it took a lot of investment, but they get it done.
And, you know, they should be happy that they got the first round on the board, but it makes this round that much more difficult. You could completely have your economy shattered if you lose this and absolutely destroy your half altogether. So, super important round this for BHOP to sustain. And Cynic just completely rips Andrew to shreds. The op can't get activated, and CJ makes things even worse. It just completely collapses this B defense. They had 4 players on this site, Laz, and it just falls like a deck of cards.
Yeah, this is what we talked about. I mean, this is where Nouns, again, like, even despite all the experience, this is the firepower, right? And I mean, now they got in the memo. They figured it out. They're like, okay, guys, we can win firefights. We can just do this. We don't have to, you know, have all these crazy executes going into these sites. The fact that they got up short B like that, finding those openers like that, whoo, chef's kiss.
And now Drew left with saving just a measly FAMAS, wondering what the hell happened to his B defense.
I mean, that's the crazy thing. Like you said, it was 4 players. And then like a blink of an eye, they're all gone. He's like, hey, I'm sorry, where is everyone? What happened? And now he's just desperate for exits. Okay, yeah, he's going to pick up 2, but
he should be able to live.
He might be able to live unless Marky gets it in time and he goes backwards. Okay. All right, Drew. Not bad.
At this point, right, you have a decision to make. You could buy into this. You could be a little bit more conservative, and I think that's what they're going to opt in for. I think it's the right decision. They've got max boss bonus, I believe, in the tank at this point. So a very healthy buy in round number 9. But for now, they've got a little bit of damage in that AK from Drew, an MP9 and Andrew. Maybe get them a little bit more activated. Maybe a push down connector or something of the like, but as of right now, it's just Drew taking a little bit of contact in Fountain before falling off. A lot of early map control here for Nouns. All this connector control as well as potentially short here. They can pop open that door. They can crunch in with CJ. And they should have a lot to work with. Minute 25 in the clock.
Yeah, a lot of time. And I mean, Drew, again, like, he is kind of that player that needs to step up right now, especially with what he's got equipped. Kind of an interesting, good double boost comes in. Gonzo misses it. That was a good moment that he might have been able to find that opener for the CT side. Not going to be done, though. And I mean, even Nouns, they don't even have the bomb in their possession. They're just going to press forward a little bit on short A here and creep things up. Marky with a nice big lure kill. So now this might catch the rotation off guard here, Paladin.
Yeah, they're trying to expect a kind of rotation come through, but Drew's actually going to take the fight into it. The triple stack is here, and with 35 seconds left on the clock, there is a possibility that they can crunch ahead of the utility from Nouns. This is not over yet.
Good lineup comes in, but Andrew just gets annihilated, and there we go. B-Wells, man, he's just picking up duel after duel. It's a little sloppy for Cynic, but they'll get the job done. That's the 7th game, and we're already starting to see everybody putting up some big numbers. B-Wells hitting the double digits. The closest we have on the CT side is 4 for both Penguin and Gonzo.
I spoke too soon, Laz.
I think you did.
It was over. When B-Wills hits entries like that, it is very difficult to hold the site. So,
and that's the thing, we talked about that, right? I mean, this is the unit that, like, again, anybody can, you know, get ignited and they can just pop off any time here. And I think that's kind of the cool factor of Nouns.
Aggression from Andrew, trying to still play his own game, but could not get involved there. Double boost still activated for Penguin. Does a lot of damage on it too. Finally finishes off Bugles as well. But he's done the damage. Gives his team finally a man advantage to write home about into this 4v3. And Nouns can kind of slow things down, see if they've been given on over anything. Marky could set up Cynic here for a play, but smoke is actually very well timed before Cynic can actually swing there. So
It was scary too. He had the bomb as well, right? I mean, but he was tempted though. Now it looks like
smoke.
Yeah, Heaven Smoke comes in, right? I mean, this is where they might try to go for the B hit, and this is where the double players here from the CT side, they're going to be grouped up. One just sitting on MBK, just waiting things out. A molly here from Marky, but again, like they've been just so, you know, ferocious here with the rifles. I mean, they don't even have to worry about it. They can just keep those guns out.
Good Molotov timing. It really stalls out this hit. They can't necessarily just smoke it and go into the site, right? So they still have a 2-2 split if there is a silver lining here for Nouns.
Oh, this timing.
And they're just going to walk through. They spot Andrew's AWP, but they can't actually convert the frag. Feral and Gonzo do very well to set up a crossfire. And terrific work from Feral himself to get the triple. And they locked themselves in that second. Hard fought, but they managed to avoid a potential calamity on that B site.
Like you said, I mean, this was really good utility usage from BHOP. I mean, the fact the smoke came in, right, for Monster, I mean, that really stopped things out. They used the molly right at the perfect moment, too, so they just burned the time a little bit. And Nouns, they tried to be cheeky. They tried to go in dry. They just couldn't make it work. Still have a gun round. It commenced here for the T side as well. Op here for Cynic. Op, of course, for Andrew. And, I mean, it seems like Nouns have really just taken a lot of control for this connector piece. And, I mean, the fact that they're getting that much real estate that quickly, like, look at this. BHOP now have to turtle up in this site.
Cynic looking to potentially entry with this AWP yet again. We saw what he could do on Ancient. And they line up. Oh
No.
my goodness, they line up, Laz. Oh, somehow Penguin pulls things back into the 3v3. But Carson cuts off one of the rotations in connector. Oh man. Talk about a dicey scenario. They still don't have the bomb though. And CJ does get his bell rung. Penguin down to 2 HP.
Oh, man,
45 seconds left on the clock. I think they're just going to have to save. I don't think they have an awareness that the bomb is this far away.
Yeah, this is a tough situation for them, right? I mean, they pretty much have to just pack their bags and keep that op and AK as much as they can. And again, Nouns are just kind of burning the clock a little bit. And there we go, BHOP. I think they're just going to try to run all the way to the other side. Make sure the Penguin can survive. Good efforts, though. I mean, the fact that even Penguin was able to pick up a double just wasn't enough.
Yeah, it's just so unfortunate that they line up like that when going into Cynic's AWP, and we've again seen so many entry potential from that AWP, and he's making it look like we're back. We've gone back in time. You know, the AWP used to be such a powerful tool in that early round. Way back when, maybe like 2015, 2014. But nowadays, you know, it's more a post-plant weapon. You know, you wait till the post-plant goes down, and then it becomes really, really powerful on that T side. But Cynic is showing that there's still levels to this game, and that we can still have aggression with the AWP early rounds. And it looks great.
Well, things are looking great here for the Nouns camp because they've gotten that 8th round, making it, again, bare minimum. Could be at 8-7, but this is going to be a telling round. Double ops now for the CT side. It's going to be Andrew and Drew that are going to try to put up the double sticks. The big old greens to see what they can find. See if we can rain anything here, but it is Drew by himself here just on party. It's kind of a lonely party, but he is going to pull on back. BHOP commit to a 4-player setup at this B. I actually kind of like it, and this double stack could be huge because Penguin might be able to find that. Oh, that timing, but he still gets away with it.
Good aim on his shoulders, Penguin, to reorient there. 5v4 to sit on. And Andrew, I believe that he must have gone under his crosshair there. CJ completely catches him unawares. They disassemble that 4-stack. It's now only 2 players on this B site. So room for Nouns to maneuver now that they're back in an even man situation. Monster does get re-smoked, so CJ can't go looking for some more entries. And Penguin's on this AWP down to 9 HP.
Oh, man. Kneecap showing right now. I think that was Gonzo, and yeah, he might even try to push through the smoke, maybe. Things out. They're running into each other, and he actually gets annihilated through it, too. I mean, a risky effort, but Farrell, he's only able to get a one and done, and now it's just down to Drew by himself. He's in graffiti. Can he make a bit of a mishap? He does find that first one, so this is not bad. 27 seconds remaining.
Carson's just far away.
Yeah, and this is going to be huge, and the damage is already done. The bomb's down in a weird spot, too, but B-Wills, he has to land this. One bullet all it takes, and he will get it done.
It got real close there. I mean, Carson shut down the rotation from Penguin, and B-Wills was trying to take care of Connector, but as soon as Cynic overextends, the round gets really dicey there. Regardless, Nouns had a very good idea heading into that one. Another pop through Monster and just effectively trading. They know how paper thin this defense seemingly is on that B site. And Nouns continue to make it look very, very easy. Deagles now for BHOP. And I think we might be looking at a potential double-digit affair. 12 rounds deep here, Laz.
This is a very convincing first half that's already coming through from Nouns. I mean, the fact that they can put themselves at 10 minimum. Yeah, this is big. And I mean, now they're just going for a bit of a firefight. They're just going to go for the firing range and see how many kills they can stack up here. 5 sevens and a deagle remaining here for BHOP. No kits, no more utility. The last 3 players here at this B site. The bomb's already making its way towards A. This is looking a little dire.
Silver lining, though, they do get the AK to save on over. And they will have max loss heading into the next. So AWP should come out for Andrew if he so pleases. Maybe even try that double op setup again. But we saw how mobile these Nouns players are, that these AWPs are rendered useless. They can't even get involved. And there's not really many set pieces coming up for Nouns to allow these AWPs to get stable. It's like just contact plays or flash entry plays from Nouns. They're keeping it very simple, and BHOP just can't overcome that. So all in all, I think they could probably just revert back to that single op setup, try to get Andrew activated. But so far, man, I mean, we haven't had that kind of star-studded performance we were hoping from him.
Just not seeing it, but now we're going to have the full gun run back. Did we see the double ops, though? I can't imagine we're going to see the double sticks here again. It really didn't bring much value.
They still have the option. Farrell's not bought yet. But
okay, there we go.
Yeah,
there we go.
Single op setup, and again, I think with how mobile Nouns are playing this half, it makes the most sense to just play single op. Try to get him a bit more involved, and he can't actually do that this time around. He misses his Molotov into the playgrounds, and that forces them to not be able to contest Connector at all. Markey just gets free reign here.
Well, it just seems like BHOP again, like even for fighting for short B, like this is where Nouns have just been able to take this over and over.
Oh, no, the timing.
And this is where Markey's going to be able to find this. The shot's already been made, Andrew. Oh, he misses it. Oh, no. He misses that shot. It could have been his, too. The spray coming in from Drew, it's just not enough. Nouns have gotten the queue. They're just going to run into this. And now CJ's been the lurk. He spots there's at least 2, so they know. They know they got themselves a site.
Yeah, and Penguin is not saving this time around. 2v4, and BHOP has got to head for the hills. But, I mean, with the money left in the bank for Nouns, they can go hunting if they so please. Cynic is getting a little frisky, looking down into spawn. But this is not an advantageous fight to take into Gonzo. Markey is here to chime in if he goes for a little bit more aggression. But Cynic, man, How is he making this work? It just doesn't make any sense. It's melting my brain.
It really is, and that's the thing. Like, it's so funny because like we talked about, there's not like a dedicated opper, but I feel like Cynic, like when he wants to op and when he's feeling it, man, look on out.
Oh,
Oh, poor Farrell cannot catch a break. Well,
and,
the ops dropped, but I mean, it should be able to get retrieved. Actually, like there we go, right? Cynic's like, nah, I'm just gonna rifle.
and see at this point, right? What do you even do if you're BHOP? Do you just buy into this? They're just gonna continue to save, keep going for that. And I mean, honestly, with rounds 14 and 15 left, I would have just bought straight into this to try and get rounds on the board because it's just gonna get even more difficult here. Last, they're just gonna completely bum rush the mid position. But with all the short control that they've got, they can just immediately pounce on the side. Cynic is not stopping. Farrell does get one, but again, they're just going to abuse through that smoke. And they'll have a huge flank here. But the bomb should be able to go down, no problem.
Yeah, and look at this now. I mean, they're just fighting this. So
no.
they're just running into deagles. Like, what on earth is going on? The bomb's not even down yet. They are just trying to be chaotic. And this has gotten really scrappy. This is an advantage now for BHOP. I mean, if Marky can't find this kill, he's kind of essentially screwed here. And there it is. Marky now has to be able to single-handedly do this, and he's not going to be able to. Bit of a weird, awkward round, but it's going to be BHOP that take full advantage of it.
Yeah, a bit of ego there from Nouns, trying to overextend, take those short fights, 2 duels, not going in their way. Of course, credit to BHOP for converting those frags with the deagles, no less. And well done to hold on to the man advantage. It got real dicey there with Marky, but the trades were there. And a third round is found for BHOP. They need this fourth. It's absolutely compulsory. And so Andrew finally gets to have that little bit of an aggressive connector peek set up for Marky. But there should be a little bit of utility here. Oh, what a clear from Marky. And he gets the read on the Penguin as well. Oh my goodness, the pre-fires are just ridiculous here from Nouns. And Farrell has nothing to say about it. Drew left up in a 1v3 in round number 15. We're looking at 12 rounds on the offensive half from Nouns, and they're looking to just trounce their way to a 2-0 here.
Yeah, it's going to take a big play here from Drew to pull up something, a 1-on-3 clutch. He's already given up his position, so they know exactly where to look. 2 different options. And Drew now just has to creep on through. He has to be able to find something. He has a flashbang. That's the only piece of utility that he has. Still a little bit here from Nouns. They're going to throw that towards heaven, so now they've isolated the picks. Where does Drew go with this? Well, apparently nowhere. That's going to be a 12-3. We're going to take that break as we get locked and loaded for the second half. Well, we're back after a dominant performance. Nouns take the first half of the 12-3, and now we are underway for map number 2, second half with Laz and Paladin.
You know, this is the kind of first half that I was expecting off of the entire map of Ancient, but this is the kind of level of discrepancy between these two teams. Nouns have just done very, very well to get themselves 12 rounds on the board. BHOP with a measly 3 that have to now bite back with just such a huge deficit. And of course, this pistol means everything. We always know that. But it's going to be a little bit more loose this time around. Gonzo P250 out short. And we've got a Penguin fighting in connector as well. So fights on all across the map. And they're finally going in BHOP's way. I say that Carson finally pulls one back himself. And so does CJ. So 3v2 now. Bomb plant should be given over. And no kits up. So we've got to be a little bit quicker about this.
Yeah, this is all about them winning the duels, and there's a first one already starting from B-Will. So this is, like you said, they got to get moving now. They don't have a kit to work with. But these T's, they're split apart from each other. I mean, they got an interesting setup. Andrew's just going to play things a little bit patient. Carson takes a huge bolt to the dome, and this thing could be done. This pistol round could go in favor, and there it is. The split play here from BHOP, it's going to bring them the pistol round, a much-needed one, like you said, and that is only their 4th.
And at this point, you know, if you're Nouns, you can just save. You can just completely full save into this, not invest a single penny, and... Oh no.
Do you expect anything less
no.
from this team? As soon as you said they're going to save, they could save, I'm like, no. Not Nouns. They're not doing it right now.
Oh,
it's okay,
God.
Paladin. Learn the
God.
NA. It's okay.
Oh, no.
We hear the Negev. It's screaming. But don't be fooled. It's a gun they're very familiar with.
You do actually get a lot of short control with that Negev. They spam through the wood wall into short, and it allows CJ to take a peek down in the monster. They get the info that Gonzo's here. They trade blows. Obviously, CJ comes out worse for wear, but regardless, right? Carson actually sets up in short here. Potentially able to aggress in a connector if he so pleases. But he's actually just going to tuck into short here. Congregation comes in for BHOP down at the B site. Think they are not really afraid of this gun whatsoever. And instead, Nouns are going to try to aggress on the other side of the map, on Divider side. And if they can get rid of Drew, they'll have an idea of where this hit's coming. But Marky actually gets things done on the barrels himself. Gets one for his troubles. They will get the bomb planted here. But how much can this Negev actually get done here?
Here's the biggest question here. Oh, man. Okay, so... Mac-10s are going to rack up some kills. Bomb's going to go down. Oh, man, they might be able to find something. I mean, this timing for Penguin, I think he's just underneath. He should be fine. B-Wills might not be able to spot this out. Yeah, it's a little bit of no sights here from the tower here made from Nouns.
Ooh.
Oh, man, you can hear that bolt just whisper past them there. They're just going to save this, and definitely the right call. Well, just kidding. Cynic was going to try to save, but he's out.
So the Negev doesn't work out, unsurprisingly. And BHOP get the 5th. I actually still, I'm joking kind of there just about the Negev purchase, but the idea was decent. I mean, to kind of confirm short control there, but after that, I mean, the gun is still very difficult to kill with if you're not given enough time, right? And even if he had the flank there, I would have much rather have him have an MP9 there or a 5.7, and maybe he gets a kill, completely disassembles BHOP, and the round could potentially go in their favor, but it doesn't work out. And instead, B-Wills has got a Galil in his hands. They boost him up onto the wood wall. He doesn't actually get anything this time around. They might actually reboost. Ooh, and I don't think he can spot Gonzo. Bit of a head there, but it's a real blink and you miss it type of moment. And he's not even gonna pull his head up even after Feral gets the kill on a CJ. So this is a really sucky scenario for B Wills. Feet, hello.
Got him. Yeah, I spotted it. He does some good damage. Now Gonzo goes for the big peek. Right there it is. That's some good coordination and nade.
Oh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah, it's a slam dunk. Love to see it. Do you have, I think that's Marky and also Carson. They're close here. That is the Galil, but oh, Gonzo gets such a better positioning. They can even clear Marky too. Gonzo has just put this round into his own hands. I mean, that's a triple kill for him.
They lock in their sixth. They rack up a lot of money, so they have quite a number of opportunities to retain this kind of good lead they have in this second half. But again, 6 rounds in order to just equalize this time around. No AWP for Carson, or sorry, for Cynic rather, and not the prettiest of buys for Nouns. I mean, of course, it's a great buy, but they don't have kits and they don't have the AWP, so there are a couple of setbacks here that could come back to bite them later on in the round. But no harm, no foul. Cynic's going to go aggressive into Fountain to clear out all of this A side. He's not actually opted in to see if Drew is here, but he finally turns around, gets so much space, and he actually aggresses a little bit more. And CJ fights down into short as well. It's a war on 2 fronts. Penguin finally pulls something back for BHOP. But this 3v4, it's tough to dig yourselves out of at this point.
Yeah, it really is. And I mean, the fact too is that Nouns have just put on so much pressure. So I mean, for BHOP, this is going to make them kind of scratch their heads, right? They're like, hey, what do we do here? Like, we know they're pressing forward. Bomb's even down now there too, and it's just gifted to Marky. Oh, what a terrible situation for BHOP to be in right now. And it came all down just from Cynic. Even though it's 1 kill, the fact that he's still able to get that 1 kill and cause so much, traffic of a jam here, this is an issue for BHOP.
They understand that they have to clear Cynic, right? Or else there's no way they'll be able to get into a bomb site without worrying about what's coming behind them. And Cynic's case matters in his own hands. He clears out the way he clears out Playground was also super impressive. I thought he was gonna discount a potential player beating that smoke, but he finds the timing very well and pretty much secures the round in his own right. Just Penguin left up with 25 HP, no bomb, no time, and he'll be just given over that 13th round to Nouns. 4 men alive, meaning not that many rebuys as well. So Nouns very happy with this first buy round that they've had.
Yeah, this is a really good round. I mean, again, the only casualty was Cynic, and again, the fact that he, I know we just talked a lot about it, but it is such an important piece to talk about because he just caused so much of just disruption here for BHOP. And the fact they kept 4 alive, it's an easy purchase for them. So that's the thing about Nouns. You can just never, ever let go of holding the map, right? I mean, you have to be able to have people looking for those flanks because, I mean, Nouns will take everything they can with map control.
Absolutely right. And Andrew's got the T-sided AWP this time around. Trying to switch things up. It is a heavy investment, though. And with that comes difficulties if they were to lose this one. Andrew now trained to see if there's any aggression from Cynic, but it isn't coming. It doesn't happen again. He flashes himself in, but there is no fight to be had. It's just this aggressive angle from Cynic. And Drew actually clears it, takes a dink to the face, but manages to figure it out. Andrew takes care of the other prong in that mid attack. And after all of this happens, they actually decide to reroute to the B bomb site. They haven't actually cleared out Monster, but they do have a bit of short control at the very least. They're trying to keep Carson occupied here. So there'll only be 2 players on this B bomb site. They've got to hold strong if they want to secure round number 20 here.
Yeah, look at Marky. He's still bringing up a big fight. He's still exposing himself, and he does win it. Farrell does finally take him down with taking a lot of bullets. Now it's just going to be CJ by himself here. He finally gets a little bit of reinforcements from Carson. It's down to the one-on-one. Andrew, he's finally been able to put this off to work. That's a double kill for him now. 30 seconds remaining. A good smoke placement coming in from CJ, so he can now just isolate his vision. He can just kind of tunnel vision himself on short, waiting things out, realizing that Andrew could be there, gets an easy kill. And there it is, an op gained as well, 14th on the board for Nouns.
I mean, tough luck there to BHOP, but Carson gets that kill a little too fast on the A site. And as soon as he does, he realizes it's all a ruse, and he's going to just try to bound his way to the B bomb site. And as soon as he gets there, BHOP are completely unaware that he could be there that quickly. That graffiti kill was everything for Nouns. And it gives CJ an opportunity to win out that 1v1. And I think, Laz, that's the straw that breaks the camel's back. I think we're looking at a potential 15th here for Nouns. And I think we're knocking on the door of an easy 2-0 collapse here.
Really could be, and it's just going to come down to this. I mean, Andrew, he's got a tall task, and yeah, that task is done. It's a check mark here. Map and series point gained here for Nouns. One more to go, and this, like you said, could be the 2-0. A long, long road ahead here for BHOP, if they're even remotely talking about overtime.
Time to kind of take stock of things. Here, BHOP. No timeout being used whatsoever. They're just completely going into it. It's been a really tough road in Overpass. Their CT side could not muster up enough of a defense to fight against the likes of entry from Cynic, from Carson, from B-Wills, and again, on the other half of things, it's not been much better either. Granted, they were able to convert some force buys, but beyond that, it's been the Nouns show. Andrew can't even convert that kill, unluckily. So they get to sit in this 5v4 Nouns very prettily. They have an opportunity to just close things out comfortably.
Well, the fact that we still see the op in play here for Cynic too. I mean, this is be a dangerous recipe. Marquis, he's blind as a bat. He can't see a thing. He was just hoping. Not able to find it. So now, a good reply back here from BHOP. They're going to wait things out. Just under a minute remain. Flash should be coming through. That's going to be the lead here for Farrell. He's going to take this entry. Being very patient. But you can even see, I think that's Drew. He's kind of inspecting things, making sure no big flank coming in from down. So they've really figured it out.
Is this quick flank from Cynic though? So even if there's only 2 players here, if they can hold strong and stall for time, perhaps there's a way back in. And yeah, there it goes. The connector prong is down. Now it's up to CJ down in the water. It can only get one, but here's Carson to trade into the 2v1, and Cynic closes it out from short. Nouns get it done. They make things look easy on Overpass. 2-0 for them. And now we've got Nouns sitting at 2-0 in the season, a big win over Pain to start off their escape.